welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. Minas Tirith is on fire, and I'm ready to get started with this.
So the Anor stone remained in the tower. I wondered if it was so.
The armies of Mordor have encircled the city, Kip, and the siege has begun. You tell Mithrandir that you spoke to the steward and that Denethor spoke to you of many things that he saw in the depths of the Palantir. At that, Mithrandir looks up sharply. So the Anor stone did remain within the tower. I wondered if it was so. Denethor has had a stubborn and strong will for all the years of his life, but if he seeks to gain some advantage over the enemy by using the Palantir, the wizard scowls and shakes his head. Denethor is too occupied with the grief of Faramir to work any evil on that score, but he will be of no use in the defense of the city. Imrahil and I will mount the defense, and we will need your help.
There is no more leaving the city. Minas Tirith is surrounded.
The Morgul host has surrounded the city, and the Pelennor is filled with their weapons of war. They have not yet broken the gates, but there is still much harm that they can cause, even from their positions beyond the wall. You must do what you can to help the city defenders. The Council of Gondor is in disarray. Go to the Dome of the Sun and learn what you can do to help them communicate their resolutions. Lemlor, the captain of tidings, will need help to send messages throughout Minas Tirith. Ingold is atop of the wall on the north end of the third circle, and will need your help to manage his fears and the fears of the men behind the walls. Terror will be the greatest foe of our guardsmen, and they will need to master it if they are to mount an effective defense. The armies of Mordor have been using catapults and other siege weapons to launch burning stones over the walls into the city. Find Raithon, the warden of the wells in the sixth circle near the street that leads up to the citadel, and help him extinguish some of the fires before they can spread. So it's a multi-part quest here. And I believe... Oh, I can't use mounts. The stable system is out of commission while the city is burning. Fair enough. So I'll have to make sure I don't miss anything. Because if I'm all the way up at the sixth circle and I miss something in the second circle, it's not a matter of just running down, you know? So I think he said the third tier. That's going to be the first spot. Where am I, by the way? I'm on the second tier already. Okay. It's pretty exciting. It's the Siege of Minas Tirith, man. I feel like it kind of snuck up on me. I was just casually questing here. And then next thing I know, the city's on fire. I don't know if that's very fair, though. Literally the whole season, I've been here in Minas Tirith, and everybody's been preparing for war, so I take back what I said. Okay, now, I believe, yeah, this guy is up on the north end here. Thankfully, this Besieged version of Minas Tirith is a lot less laggy. I'm getting much better performance here. There's the battlefield. Got Nazgul. Got catapults shooting rocks in. Everything's burning.
An icy chill grips my heart.
And it takes all of my strength to stand here at the wall. My heart quails and would have me fly from my post in terror. Ingold lowers his voice and speaks in hushed tones. The enemy has captured vital ammunition onto the city. Heads they have taken from the soldiers caught outside the walls in the Pelennor and Talath Anor. The barrage has caused men to cast down their weapons. Fleeing from the sight of friends and family returned in this horrible fashion. I am not immune to this weapon of Mordor. I have recognized the faces in that terrible rain. It was the fate of Barathon, Kippen, and I wept to see it. Can you gather the weapons and shields that were dropped by frightened men as they fled their stations? We need that equipment and those men if we are to stand against the armies of Mordor. Very good. It's in a perfect line here. Guess that's good. All the men were standing together. All right.
I do not blame them for running, but we need them to master their fear.
Thank you for gathering up all the equipment, my friend. Now we need the men to wield them once again. I do not blame them for running. Evil are the sights in war, but this is worse than even a hardened soldier of Gondor could expect. But we must not give up hope. If the men who ran do not return and fight, they will prove great allies to the foes outside the city. Only by returning to their posts and facing their fears can they strike a blow against such evil. Find the man who ran, Kippen. Tell them to return. We need every soldier of Gondor to master his fear and stand against the host of Mordor, or all is already lost. I am ashamed. I will fight for my honor. For Gondor, for Gondor. My courage returns. For Gondor. That guy will fight for his honor as well. There may be no victory, but I will stand all the same. Ah, they're all back. Nice.
I will fight until the last of my courage is spent.
You did well, my friend. I too will fight till the last of my courage is spent in order to avenge the sad fate of my friends. Barathont will be avenged, and if it is in my power to prevent the destruction of Gondor, I will do it. Okay, next, I believe I am going to the 5th tier. Let me just double check here. Yes, I'm in the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, no, it's the Master's tier, so all the way up. I need to go to the south end of the city for the ramp. So while I'm going through this very long ride, it is a good time to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. If it's your first time in, welcome in. If you've been following the series for many years, I appreciate your support. It really helps my channel to grow when people subscribe, like the video, that kind of stuff. And the more people this goes out to, the more people that I can hopefully brighten their day a little bit with the videos. I'm trying to hit that 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I think we can do it. Otherwise, I'm not going to fast forward this ride because we haven't ridden up here while it's besieged, so it's just going to be a little bit of atmospheric climbing. I hope you enjoy it. Finally made it.
Fire threatens to spread throughout the city.
The armies of Mordor have catapulted flaming stones onto the city and the fires threaten to spread. My men have set water buckets on each level, but there are simply not enough to go around. If you can help out the blazes before they spread, it would be a great service to the city. Quickly, Kippen, start here in the 6th circle and use one of the water buckets to put out the flaming stones, and then work your way down to each city level by level. There will be water buckets near the ramps down from each circle, but they may not be near enough to the fires unless you hurry. Go with my blessing, friend. We cannot fight both fires and our foes at the same time. We must control the blazes before the enemy gets into the city. Alright, so before I do that, let me pick up the other quest here on this tier. Just in case it'll have me running down to the lower tiers as well. Trying to be efficient.
The withered tree has left us a message.
The siege is well and truly begun, Kippen. We must hope that our preparations were enough and that the gates stand strong. I should hold the enemies outside at bay for a few hours, I hope, but it is the enemies within our walls that concern me right now. Look at the model of the city and the scroll that now decorates it. This message is the work of the withered tree. The end has come. That may be so, but I am going to ensure that the withered tree reaches its end before we do. Some member of that group gained access to the Dome of the Sun and has committed this act while we were busy elsewhere. I am the captain of tidings and I send forth errand riders throughout the city and other parts of Gondor. But that is not my only title. I'm also the spy master of Minas Tirith and I know how a group like the Withered Tree operates. They must have gained some of the passwords for the upper circles of the city. Hurin must change the passwords, Kippen. We have not used the current sets for as long as usual, but in time of war, 3 hours may seem like days. Ask him new passwords and give them to the guards at the gates in the upper circles. Then find members of the Withered Tree in the lower circles and make them cease their hateful whisperings. I will meet you in the first circle when you have proved successful. So sabotage, huh? Oh no, what did I do? What did I do? I think this changed back to regular Minas Tirith. And now it's Besieged Minas Tirith. Okay. Alright, makes sense. Interesting.
We must change the lesser passwords. It is time.
I have already written a new set of passwords for the gates into the upper circles of the city. Show them to the guards, and then destroy this parchment. Perhaps that will hinder the movement of the Withered Tree into the upper levels. After the passwords have been set, Lamlore wants you to find members of the Withered Tree urging dissent in the lower circles. If you will be able to recognize them, I suppose. They have become more brazen in recent days, but now that the siege has begun, I suppose they have nothing more to lose. They may be more obvious to you now, Kippen. Go with haste and remain loyal to the council and to the steward. Okay, let me get out of here. And then I can start delivering that bucket of water to the fires. Also talking to the gate guards. Hopefully by picking up both quests, I'm making my life more efficient. So I think the fire's all the way in the other end. There you go. Extinguish the burning stone. And now I can go down.
I believed we would soon need new passwords.
I believed we would soon need a new password. This is Hurin's mark, and now I will recognize only the new password, Flame of Victory. I hope it is our victory and not the victory of Mordor that this password presages. Yeah, I'm glad I picked up both quests at once. This is much more efficient. And looks like I'm going this way for the fire. Yes. Extinguish the burning stone. Then the next bucket. Wait a second. Didn't I just do this bucket? The quest ring is marking here, though. In the fourth circle of the city. I'm in the fifth, though. Yeah, never mind. So let me abandon that. And then let me just go to the next ramp. Yeah, I think the quest tracker is pointing to any bucket, even the ones that you already used for the respective tier. See, riding around in Minas Tirith is not as bad when you're not having the performance issues. And this actually gives me a lot of hope. For a second I thought the game was just broken now, but you can see it really is just a Minas Tirith map and the Old Anórien map. Once you're in an instanced area like this, the performance is back to normal.
The orcs of Mordor will not turn from this gate for the lack of the password.
A new password already? I think the time for passwords is behind us, Skippin. The orcs of Mordor will not turn away from my gate because they lack the password. But this is Hurin's mark, and I am bound to obey. The new password will be triumphant. But whose triumph will it be, I wonder? And which way am I headed? Headed south. Yeah, see, look how enjoyable this is. No stuttering, no lag, no frame drops, no missing assets. I like it. Come on, little hobbit, run. Man, that decision I made to pick up both these quests at once was a very good one. I would have been very frustrated going up and down twice instead of just once. You extinguish the stone and Forlong calls out to you happily.
This gets the blood flowing, does it not?
Ah, Kippen, how do you fare? This gets the blood flowing, does it not? It puts me in a mind of any number of great adventurers, and I look forward to adding to my list of great deeds. Goloskill here does not share my enthusiasm, so have resolved to have enough for the both of us. Let the enemy gain the wall, and we'll see how many of them it will take to wipe the smile off my face and the laughter from my lips. More than they've brought, I wager.
An air of doom hangs over the city, but Forlong does not seem to care.
Does he not realize that this night could spell the end of Minas Tirith and for Gondor? We are surrounded. The gate has never fallen, but there has never been an army on the Pelennor like the one that fills it now. I cannot explain Forlong's disposition. I cannot even understand it. Alright, so we're going down to the third tier. Let me get on the ramp here. And right in front of me. You extinguish the burning stone. And now, all the way up. So I can get to the ramp and go down to the second tier. So I think I've decided that I am going to finish Volume 4 before I go back and kind of clean up all the quests that I missed along the way up to this point. I think that's a good natural break in the story for me to go and do that. Wait a second, did I go the wrong way? No, I didn't. The gate should be right here. You know what I wish the developers would do? I wish they would do not like a full expansion, but maybe just an update with new quests in Moria. Like a return to Moria update. I think that would be kind of cool. Because it seems like once I finish Moria, I never step foot in there again. And it's kind of a shame because I really like going through Moria. So I don't know, something like, oh, the dwarves have uncovered a new cavern or something and they need your help and there's a bunch of quests to do or something. I think that would be fun.
It is good to see you making yourself useful, friend.
My sons wanted to charge out of the city and take on the enemy by themselves. Their hearts burned for battle, but I have yet to set them to more reasonable tasks. When the great ball came down, trailing fire behind it, it took a large bite from the wall. For now, my sons work to shore up the defense and repair what they can. They grumble about it, but I know that there will be fighting before the night is over. They will have their chance. I hope you will be ready as well, Morden. When the time comes, it will not be long. Okay, so we're done with that. And now... what am I doing now? Oh no, I forgot to... The password at the gate of the Citadel was up instead of down. Okay, well I need to go back up anyway, so... I'm gonna fast forward this part because it's gonna be a long climb up and we'll be going up and down together already several times. Oh no, you know what I just realized? The quest said to deliver the new passwords and then go down to the first tier to deal with the withered tree. So I bet because I forgot to talk to the Citadel guard, I'm gonna have to run all the way back down, deal with that, and come all the way back up. Ah, God. Here I was cheering at my wisdom of picking up both quests at once, precisely so I wouldn't have to do that. And now I'm gonna have to do it. Oh well. Alright, let me give this final password here.
Already a new password.
Very well, Kippen. I recognize Hurin's mark, and I will see to it that no one passes this gate, save those who know the new password, Light of Hope. It is an appropriate password. May we still possess that which it speaks when the night ends. Yeah, so now... yeah, I need to go to the fourth circle. Dang. Let me see how it looks up here when it's besieged. Still looks pretty peaceful. Alright, so for now, let me go to the Dome of the Stars. I can't believe I did that, man. I just didn't notice that I had to come up, but it makes sense, I guess. I just hit all the passwords on the way down. Wait a second. Talk to Lamlore in Besieged Dome of the Sun. That's where I am. Wonder why I can't talk to him yet. Weird. See, that's a little thing that kind of bothers me about this game sometimes, is the quest dialogue and stuff like that doesn't really match up with what you need to do. So let me actually go take care of the withered tree, and then I'll come back and hopefully he'll have stuff for me. I don't know. Or wait. Yeah, this is how we go down. But I bet it's gonna keep making me go down. Like, once I do this task, it'll tell me to go to investigate the 3rd tier and then the 2nd tier. Wait, am I in the 4th tier? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I need to go down one more. Alright, fast forward begin. Let's see what we have here.
The steward is a fool! We will not die for him!
He has sold the city to our enemies, and now he asks us to die for him. None of us will see the dawn. Die, Kippen, and know that the withered tree has ended your tale. Let me dismount and get ready for combat here. The wizard spelled our doom. As a reminder, I am still on the tier 4 difficulty. Investigate the 3rd circle. Alright, so we're gonna go down to circle 3.
There is no hope for us. The council and the steward have failed.
And doomed the city to fall. Can you not hear the harsh cries from beyond the walls? We should have listened to the withered tree and cast these leaders from the highest level of Minas Tirith. Perhaps then we could have been spared. It is hopeless. Alright, so that guy's done for, and I am on my way to the 2nd tier.
What is this world coming to?
The armies of the enemy press close about the walls. How can there be any victory against such numbers?
The host of Mordor will spare us if we open the gates.
We must open the gates. Have you not seen the parchments that the withered tree has placed throughout the city? The host of Mordor will spare us if we open the gates. The orcs only want to steward in the council. They will allow the common folk to live if we let them in. It is wisdom. We must open the gates. I will kill you if you try to stop me. For the withered tree. And now I need to talk to Lamlore at the city gates in the 1st circle. So, yeah, let me ride all the way down there. What are these guys?
The enemies of men approach. I hope you are prepared.
Okay, so these both have the repeatable quest that I've done before.
Supporters of the withered tree are both disloyal and foolish.
You found supporters of the withered tree throughout the lower circles of the city? I knew you would, Kippen. There are more and more of them with every passing hour. I have been quite busy keeping them away from the gate. Can you believe that they think that they will find mercy with the armies of Mordor? They are disloyal and foolish both. Keep fighting for Gondor, Kippen, and I will do the same against any and all foes. Alright, and now talk to Prince Imrahil and besiege Minas Tirith atop the wall on the southeast end of the second circle. Let's go. It's a little bit of a longer episode, but I'm trying to tie up loose ends here because, and I don't know this for sure, but I think that I'm going to be running into some epic battles pretty soon here, and I want to have them in their own episode. So I'm hoping to get at least to that point before cutting out this episode. Alright, Prince Imrahil should be up there. There's Mithrandir.
Ready yourself! The enemy prepares another assault! To me, soldiers of Gondor!
There you go, I was right. To me, soldiers of Gondor, the enemy forces assault the wall. Prepare to repel them no matter the cost. So to participate, I must complete the Defense of Minas Tirith epic battle. Okay, so that's what I'll be doing in the next episode. I hope you're excited about that. I am. I always love the epic battles. I think they're a ton of fun. I love the system in it. So see you next time. We'll be doing that together. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.